start our journey in Hispalis, present-day Seville. At Hispalis, on the shores of the Guadalquivir, roads began and ended that corresponded with Bias 7, 8, 9, 10 and 23 of the Antonine Itinerary, an ancient document from Rome and compendium of routes within the empire. Route number 23 connected Seville with the most important Roman city in Hispania, Emerita Augusta, known today as Merida. The other roads went to different cities such as Corduba or Gades, today's Cadiz. We know that Julius Caesar named the city as Julia Romula Hispalis, and although in Seville there existed great constructions such as temples, circuses or amphitheatres, hardly any remains survive from this glorious Roman epoch. Some Roman ruins were reused for the construction of important edifications in Seville. If we let our imaginations loose, these stone ashlars could originate from the amphitheatre or from the forum that stood in Roman Hispalis. Since the era of Arab Seville, this tower, which forms part of the ancient Almohade Mosque, has successfully stood the test of time. The Giralda. From the 15th century, this minaret has been supported by the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, the Cathedral de Sevilla, or Seville Cathedral. The Roman world is evoked in name by this palace, erected at the end of the 15th century and at the beginning of the 16th century, Casa de Pilotos, or Pilot House. It has nothing to do with the civil governor of Judea though, owing its existence to the fact that Don Fadrique, son of Sevillian nobleman Pedro Enriquez, created a Way of the Cross, whose first stop depicted a representation of Christ before Pilate on the building's main facade. Local residents in Seville thought that the design of this house was an exact replica of the Pontius Pilate dwelling. Since 1978, the Casa de Pilotos has been the headquarters of the Medinalici Foundation that protects the cultural and historical heritage of the palace. Another magnificent palace housed by the city is the Alcázar of Seville, a clear imprint from the Muslim legacy. This residence is not an individual palace but a group of palaces, the result of successive alterations. Abd al-Rahman III ordered the construction of the original palace in the 10th century. This beautiful building is currently used as an occasional residence by the Spanish monarchy and is known to be the oldest inhabited royal palace in Europe. Since 1988, the building has been classified as World Cultural Heritage. The city holds different emblems of its Muslim past. At the foot of the river Betis, the name given to this flow in Roman times, we can see the famous Torre del Oro, or Golden Tower. The streets of historic Seville are like a labyrinth, but one that immerses its explorers in a haven of tranquility. It is not difficult to come across the Plaza de España, or the Spanish Plaza, one of the most spectacular representations of regional architecture. This striking plaza was commissioned to the architect Aníbal González for the Ibero-American Exposition in 1929. This is Seville, an open city that reveals its history at the foot of the Guadalquivir.